My question is to the Minister representing the Minister for Health, Senator Gallagher. It has been 4 weeks since the Australian Bureau of Statistics published data showing a 67% reduction in Australia's monthly birth rate between July and December 2021 as compared to the long-term average, a startling decrease. I drew attention to this data during Senate estimates, hoping for some reassurance. None was forthcoming. So let me ask again, Minister, why has Australia's birth rate declined from June 30th, 2021 to December 31st, 2021, revealing a 70% reduction?
Thank you, Senator Roberts. Minister.
Thank you, President, and I thank Senator Roberts for the question, and I recall the discussion that we had at estimates and the fact that certainly we requested from Senator Roberts some time to go through the information that he tabled in that hearing. I haven't got that information back, but I think the advice given by the Chief Health Officer, who I was sitting next to, or Chief Medical Officer, and myself, was that the data that you were using didn't align with information that we hadn't seen a drop-off of that size. That would be quite noticeable. And in fact, that financial year of reporting, which incorporated births, was actually the strongest birth record achieved so far, that we'd seen more births during that period of time. So, but I do think we have to come back to you, because you tabled some documents in that meeting. The Department of Health took them away, and if there's anything further I can advise you, I will do so.
Thank you, Minister. Senator Roberts, first supplementary.
Thank you. Minister, that's not as I remember it, but we'll wait for your response to come back. Is there any systematic information sharing between the Australian Bureau of Statistics and Department of Health to keep an eye on key indicators reflecting on our COVID measures, or does the Australian Bureau of Statistics just publish critical data like this in due course and hope that somebody notices at some time?
Thank you, Senator Roberts. Minister.
Well, the ABS, thanks, President. I thank Senator Roberts for the question. ABS does work alongside other departments very closely with the data they are collecting, and keeps an eye on tracking any significant changes. So if the ABS saw something in their data that would concern them, which I would imagine the numbers that you're citing about declines in birth numbers in 1 month would raise attention, would be dealt with across government. Certainly the ABS is looking at, I think ABS in their cause of death publication did report that there had been 15 deaths due to the COVID-19 vaccine in 2021. And that was against vaccinations of 42.5 million vaccines administered in that year.
Thank you, Minister. Your time has expired. Senator Roberts, second supplementary.
Thank you, President. Minister, what specifically is the government doing to get to the bottom of this staggering decline in births?
Minister.
Thank you. Well, the first thing, and I remember this quite clearly from estimates, was that we undertook to have a look at the information that you had tabled in that hearing and align that with some of the data that the APS was actually collecting. They collect their births and deaths data as soon as they are available, based on data from the state and territory registries of births, deaths and marriages. But I think from the first thing we need to do is get to the bottom of the numbers that you had provided, and just make sure that the data that we got from the ABS, certainly that I saw in that hearing, didn't align with those numbers that you had tabled.
Thank you, Minister. Senator McDonald.